Hello and welcome to the Marine Channel, and today I'm going to take you on board this, which is a Linssen 35 SL. So let me tell you a little bit about Linssen first of all. So it's a family run company based in the Netherlands. It's been going since 1949, and basically they are the biggest manufacturer of steel sort of waterway, canal, inland boats in Europe. They build around about, well, anything to kind of 50, 60, 70 boats a year, and in terms of size they go up from 30 feet in 5-foot increments up to 55 feet. And this is a 35, so this is towards the smaller end of the range. Now you might be familiar with the name Linssen, and you might have seen them with the rope fenders around the outside. It's very traditional looking design. So basically what they do the Grand Sturdy and they do the SL, which is this one. They're the same hull, but the SL is kind of, I suppose, a bit more contemporary. So you'll see these boats in lighter colours like this grey and the white, whereas the Grand Sturdy will tend to be in the dark blue. But in terms of, if you like, the boat itself, the hull itself, then they're all the same. Now you can see that this one is all on one level. You can get an aft cabin version as well. So they do the 35, I think they do 30 as well. In fact, we can see an image there. It's not a lot more money. The guy was saying sort of 4,000 or 5,000 euros will get you the aft cabin. The helm on this boat is inside. If you go for the aft cabin, then it's a slightly different design, and that's up on the sort of bridge area. So there are some differences, but for a very small increase in money, you're getting yourself an extra cabin and an extra loo. So listen, let's jump aboard, straight onto a nice big swim platform here, and into the kind of cockpit area. Try not to trip over too much. So we've got this nice big sort of L shape here. This table is movable, so you can see that you can slide this one around. Why? Because just under here is a massive lazarette. So plenty of space there. You can see the steel construction as well when you look in the lazarette there. Very, very solid boat indeed. These are rated, the 30 and 35 are rated C, so they're sort of river boats really. Canals, estuaries, that kind of thing. The bigger boats are rated as a B. But you can see as you look around, everything you sort of see and touch it's incredible metal finish, no sort of GRP bits there. And it's one of the reasons these boats are so enduring. They've got very high residual values as well, because people realise that they're going to last a lifetime and even more. This one's got the canopies around. That's an option on this boat, but it's a very, very popular option. They look rather nice actually. Some boats, they don't kind of aesthetically look good, but they do on this. They kind of finish off that squared off feeling there. And obviously that's all enclosed and liberates another outdoor space for you. Access up onto the bow along the side here. Pretty good for a 35-foot boat. There's a handrail up here on the top, so as you move around the boat it does feel secure. And you can see the anchor handling gear there. Looks pretty substantial to say the least. And that's our view back. Now we'll see a little bit more of this obviously when we get inside, but if I step up onto the coach roof, you can see this great big opening panel on the roof. It's an option, but it's an option that every boat leaves with, pretty much, apparently. And it's got a sort of mosquito fly sheet there as well. So we'll make our way back down this side, and then we'll take a little look inside. We'll talk about power options as well in terms of engines. There we go. Safely in. You've got these big, sort of big folding double doors here, and then we step in to the saloon. And what a lovely place this is. So I really, really like this on the left hand side, on the port side. So not only can that double up as a TV, or is a TV, it doubles up as a little office space there. Very, very useful. Because if you're anything like me, when you go away for a few days, you promise you won't work, but you end up getting the laptop out. And then galley runs along the port side there. Gas only on this side of boat, size of boat. On the larger boats they can have a Jenny, so then you can have an induction hob. Oven there for your Sunday lunch, and then good sized domestic fridge under there, stacked full of boat show cans, and that's our view back. Now interestingly, this piece here, this will slide out and make a nice big double bed, so actually converting that into some additional sleeping is a very, very straightforward job indeed. Nice glazing all the way around, big curtains you can pull across, and I notice here as well a little bit of ventilation here for the helm, and then our driving position. So bow thruster on this boat is standard. Again, talking to the team, although stern thruster is an option, not seen a boat leave the yard without a stern thruster fitted, which just makes it such a joy to kind of handle. And then just here underneath the floor is our engine access. So this particular boat has got a Volvo D2, 75 horsepower on a shaft drive. And as we get larger and larger, when we get up to a 45-foot boat, you can have the option of single or twin engines, and then from 50 and 55, then it's twin engines only. But really good access, lots of space in there, very nice indeed. Okay, so let's go and have a little look down downstairs at our fixed sleeping accommodation. So straight ahead is our fixed double, little step up there at the side, good access around there, and then we've got obviously some locker space here. Good headroom here. I'm 6 foot and I'm not kind of, or just under 6 foot. I'm clear of the roof. Bit of storage there, and then what's rather nice is that on our starboard side we've got our separate shower, which is nice, and somewhere to sit as well. And then if we spin around, we've got access to our loo and sink, which is a good size actually. Again, remember this is a 35-foot boat. I was very impressed when I walked along the pontoon. I thought, no, it's bigger than 35 feet, but I'm sure they've measured it correctly. It does feel quite sort of generous inside. And then this one, this door will obviously shut, and then we can also access it here. So this becomes our day heads. I won't use that door now because that'll shut me in. And then as we come out, there's another little hanging locker just in there with some additional storage. Just above we've got access to our Fusion stereo and our heating controls. And those of you who are eagle-eyed will notice that while we were just down the front there, we saw how this one slid out. So you can see how easy that is, and with that middle panel out, you've got a very, very good size sleeping area. Rather nice, isn't it? Feels very serene. Prices for this boat kind of around the 300 starting price. This one's spec'd about 350 euros plus VAT, and then obviously it goes on from there. And what also is worth mentioning is that the yard Linssen actually do kind of open days at their yard in the Netherlands, so you can go along there. The next one is happening in November 2025. So if you're quick and you're watching this in advance of that, you can contact the local dealer in the UK or wherever you might be, and they can arrange you to be part of that tour. They do about 4 or 5 tours a year, so don't worry if you miss that one. But they have in production at any one time anything 30, 40, 50 boats. So great opportunity to see this, the other boats in the range, and also the other design with the aft cabin, which I think would be a great way to spend a few days. So there we go, Linssen. Really enjoyed looking around this one. I hope you have as well. If you haven't subscribed, why not subscribe now? Do it, just do it. Like, add a comment, tell your friends, but most importantly, keep coming back for more, because that's why we do it here on the Marine Channel. Thanks very much indeed, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.